Hello, I'm Melissa Negrin-Wiener, Senior Partner with Cona Elder Law. Today we're going to talk about the importance of a power of attorney. A power of attorney is a document where you name someone to be your agent to handle all of your financial affairs if you are no longer able to handle them on your own. There are some very important things to know about a power of attorney. The 5 most important things are: first, in New York State, you can have more than one power of attorney at a time. So if you have a spouse, you can certainly name your spouse alone, but you can also name your spouse and a child. You can name 2 children. You can say that they're acting together or separately. That is completely up to you. And it sometimes makes people feel a little bit more comfortable that they're giving this job or responsibility to more than one person so they can kind of share the work. The second thing that's very important to know is that there's a modification section in powers of attorney. So if you have a power of attorney and it is just a one-sided or two-sided document, it is definitely missing important language that would be very helpful for your agent should they need to act as your power of attorney in the future. So look for a modification section and see if there's anything added to it. If there's a modification heading and it's blank underneath, you should absolutely have one of our attorneys take a look at it and see if we need to modify the document. Another important part of the power of attorney is that your agent, or the person that you're naming to handle your power of attorney for you, has to sign the document. So the newer forms will require that signature. Now, if a form was signed and it was properly executed prior to the changes in the law, which took place over the past few years, that document is still valid. However, people who work in the financial institutions are used to more recent documents. So it really is important to look at these documents and change them and update them as you go forward. Another important point is to make sure that you're naming the appropriate person as your agent. I sit with clients all the time who are very concerned about upsetting a child or leaving somebody out or making them feel like they haven't been chosen to do a specific job. It is really important to make sure that the person that you're naming is good with finances, is able to help you with these different situations, and is not someone that you have to worry about from having access to all of your financial resources. And finally, with the power of attorney, it is important to make sure that you have it accessible for your agent. You want to make sure that if your agent needs to act, and if they need to act quickly in the case of a crisis for healthcare or Medicaid planning or any sort of asset preservation planning, and they need to move quickly, that they can get their hands on the document. So you want to keep it in a safe place. Come back next week where we talk about the 5 most important tips for a healthcare proxy.
Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Mondays with Melissa. If you have a question you would like me to answer, leave a comment below or send an email to the address on the screen. Have a wonderful week.